language. Actually, today we will basically discuss about queries that we are going to discuss. So before discussing about SQL queries, so what is the objective behind the same? That is, we are supposed to operate queries in SQL, and what would be the outcome that one will be able to retrieve data using various queries, because we are dealing with database now, and in order to deal with data we are supposed to deal with various queries in MySQL. So this is the overview about SQL overview. I can say it is a programming language that is used for relational databases, and it is designed for relational algebra and uh, tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus. So SQL comes as a package with all the major distributors of the relational database management system. So it is consist of data definition language and data manipulation language. Now, what is there in data definition language? Is there in data manipulation language? If I am talking about data definition language, then we are supposed to deal with various schemas. In schemas, we are supposed to design various databases, and in order to design various databases, we are dealing with various types of data types that we are supposed to deal with. We are supposed to specify the data type. We are supposed to specify the size of data type that it is going to take. In addition, if we are dealing with data manipulation language, then we are dealing with insertion, deletion, updation operation. So basically, it is having a concern regarding add, delete, mean to say add new records to the database, delete already existing records, and update any record if there is any updation that is required in the database. So this is about basically what we are going to deal, or what would be the outcome after learning the SQL. So we are supposed to deal with two types of languages, that is consist of data definition and data manipulation language. Now, using the data definition properties of SQL, one can modify, whereas data manipulation allows SQL to store and retrieve data from database. Now let's have a look at how we can proceed with various queries in the database. So if I am talking about if I am talking about the introduction to SQL, so what could be the same? What is basically SQL? That is structured query language. Structured mean to say structured query language. We are supposed to deal with queries in the structured manner. So it could allow you to access your database, manipulate your database, and it has become standard of the American national is ANSI. As we are very familiar with this term, because we are computer science students, so we are dealing with ANSI term from the very beginning, that is from the first semester, and of the International Organization for the Standardization, that is in 1987, that was developed in 1987. So basically, we are supposed to deal with what basically SQL can do. It can perform various operations, as I told you earlier. It can execute queries against the database. It can retrieve data from the database. It can insert records into the database. It can update the records in the database. It can delete records from a database. It can create new databases. It can create new tables in the databases. It can create stored procedures, like it is concerned with calculus. It can create views in the database, and it can set permissions on tables, procedures, and various views that have already been discussed. Now, SQL is a standard, but although SQL is a ANSI or ISO standard, but there are different versions of SQL language that are available. However, to be complained, like if we are complying with the ANSI standard, then they all support at least the major commands. For example, select command, that is very frequently used, update command, delete command, insert, and where close. Here we have to specify the conditions. So it could be used in the similar manner. Now there is one note that is having a concern regarding the same. That is, most of the SQL database programs also have their own proprietary extensions in addition to the SQL standard. So this is the main note that you are supposed to have a look at the same. Now, using SQL in your website. Now, in order to build your website that shows data from a database, you will need an RDBMS database program, that SQL Server, MySQL. You can use any relational database management system here. Now, to use server-side scripting language like PHP or ASP, active server pages. Next, to use SQL to get the data you want, and to use HTML or CSS to style the pages, because it is concerned with the styling of the page. Now, if I am talking about RDBMS, what is basically relational database management system? That is, it is the base for the SQL. And for all modern database systems such as MySQL, MS SQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL, and Microsoft Access. So the data in RDBMS is stored in database called database object. It could call tables. A table is a collection of related data items or entries, and it is consist of rows and columns. So you can have a look at the table. For example, let's say student table is there, and student table is having various attributes. It could be student name, student enrollment number, student course, student branch, student semester. So to use the select command, select star from student. So this is the query, basic query, very basic query. Select star. Star mean to say we are selecting all the attributes that are given in student table. So all the entries that are present in the student table, that will be depicted, because we are dealing with star operation. Star mean to say it is operating on all the attributes that are being present in the table. In addition, it could represent all the tuples that are being there, because we are selecting simple layman form select star from student. So it will be depicting all the records that will be there in the table. It could be of the form. Now I am supposed to tell you about the basic commands, because we are supposed to learn various commands here. Just have a look at the first command, that is select star from customer. You can customize the same, and you can pick a select star from students. It could be student. So all the entries that are related to a student, it will be displayed here. Okay. Now I am moving to the next command. That is dealing with the database table and how to deal with database tables. Now, as the name implies, database tables. Database, that is most often contains one or more tables. Like student teacher table could be there, so there could be two tables. That is and teacher. So there could be two database tables for the same. So it could contain two tables or more than two tables. It could work on one table as well. So each table is identified by a name, as I told you earlier: student table, customer table, customer order table, rows. We are supposed to deal with certain records in the table. So table contain records or rows with data. So you will be selecting customer table and all the details that are related to customer. Like if you have selected select star from customer, if customer table is already stored in your database and customer is having various entries, like it could be having various attributes like customer ID, customer number, address, so there could be various attributes that could be related, and those attributes are having various entries that are having some data table. Just have a look at the same. If we are having customer table, so we can change it to customer. So if we are supposed to present the database, what could be it? Just have a look at the same. Because we are dealing with the practical aspects today. Now have a look at the same. Select star from customer. So customer is having various this is the customer table. So customer is having various attributes: customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, country. So these are all the attributes of the table customer. So this customer table is having 5 entries. So 5 tuples are there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 columns are there. And there are various attributes, and attributes are defining the characteristics of the particular customer. That is, if I am dealing with the customer ID attribute, then these are the entries that are defining customer ID. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5. So there are various names that are dealing with the customer name. So this is the elaboration of the customer name attribute. That is, there are various names that have been given here. So this is the contact name that have been given here, and it is satisfying the contact name attribute here. So next is attribute. Attribute contact is attribute is address attribute is specifying all the addresses that are contained in this customer table. Next is city. City attribute is defining all the cities that could be presented or that could be having association with the customer table. Next, postal codes, and same is the case with country here. So this is one column, this is second column, this is third column, this is fourth column, fifth column, sixth column, and seventh column. So seven columns are there, it means seven attributes have been there. Five rows are there, so it means five tuples are there, and each tuple, this whole is a tuple. Each tuple is representing the customer record. This whole is a particular record for a particular customer. So this is Alfred's. So this is the particular record for the customer who is having customer ID number 1. So it is having various details that are being associated with that particular customer who is having customer ID 1. Similar, same is the case with the customer who is having customer ID 2, 3, and we are supposed to go through till 5. So this is basically what the database contains. This is basically the definition of database. So we can create the same query here, that is select star from customer, and we will be representing with the result after doing the same. So what would be the result? Just have a look at the same. There are, let's say if there are a huge number of records. Now I am giving you the example of 5 records that are being stored. So it will show me the 5 records. If there are 90 records, if there are 100 records, it will show me 100 entries in that database against that query. So next is we are supposed to use select statement. Now what is basically the purpose of the select statement? As the name implies, select. Select is to select the data from the database. Now the data returned is stored in the result table, that is called the result set. Now you are supposed to have a look at the syntax for the same, that is select syntax. So this is the syntax for the same. Now select column number 1 mean to say my attribute number 1. Select column number 2, that is my attribute number 2 from table name customer. Column number 1 customer ID, column number 2 customer name. You can take any number of attributes, random attributes that you are, it depends on your requirement. From table name is customer. So it will represent me with the details that are having concern with the column number 1 and column number 2 from table name, that is customer. So what would be the result of that query? That is, this is the syntax. If I am dealing with same, that is select star from table underscore name. So what would be the result? If there would be, it would be representing me with the various queries that could be present in that particular column. Now if I am dealing with the column here, like column number 1, column number 2. For example, I can give you an example here. Just have a look at the same. Now select customer name, city from customer table. We are supposed to deal with 2 attributes, customer name, customer city from table customer. So what would be the result? That would be displayed here. So 91 records, and we will be presenting with the 2 columns, that is customer name and city in the form of this. Like you are supposed to have a look at the same. So there will be number of records and number of records are there. So you will be presented with the same result. So this could be total number of 91 records are there. We have selected customer name. Okay, customer name is there. Customer city, yes, city is there. So 91 records are there. So in this manner, we are supposed to deal with the column query. So next is we are supposed to deal with various commands that are being there or that are associated with select. Now select distinct command. Distinct, as the name implies, different. Select distinct statement is used to return only the distinct value, that is to return different value. So inside a table, a column often contains many duplicate values, and sometimes you only want to list the different values, that is distinct values. So we are supposed to use distinct command in that case. What would be the syntax for the same? Have a look at the same. I am just showing you the syntax here. Select distinct because we have specified that we require entries that are having distinct values from table name. So we are supposed to deal with the query here. So this would be my query. Distinct on country. Distinct country means to say repetitive countries could not be shown. Like here, Mexico is shown 2 times. Now here we will be present. If I am applying that on this table, like let's say I am applying that on this table, so I will not be presented with 5 entries. I will be presented with 4 entries. That is Germany, Mexico, UK, and Sweden. So duplicate values will be removed. Next is the basic clause, that is where clause. Now we are supposed to use where clause, that is to filter the records. The where clause is used to filter the records. Mean to say, if we are using select star from customer, okay, this is my query that I am going to raise, where customer ID is equal to 1. So this is my condition that I am going to specify in where clause. This is my condition that I am going to specify in where clause. So where is dealing with certain conditions, and or not operations could be applied here. If, like, why I said and or not, because select star from customer table, like select star from customer where customer ID is equal to 1 and customer name is equal to XYZ. Now in this case I am using AND clause. Now I can show you that query with the help of OR command. Select star from customer where customer ID is equal to 1 or customer name is equal to X. Mean to say either of one condition could be true. In this manner I am supposed to use AND or NOT. So we are supposed to use where clause here, where we are supposed to specify the condition, or we are supposed to deal with the conditions here. So the where clause is basically used to filter the record. Mean to say we are dealing with that one certain specific record. That is why we are raising so many conditions here. So it is used to extract only those records that fulfilled a particular or a specific condition. Now we are supposed to deal with the syntax first. So what would be the syntax for the same? So have a look at the same. Now this, select column number 1, column number 2. It could be any columns that are given here. You can write attribute name from table name, that is customer, where condition. What is my condition? If customer ID is equal to 2, we are supposed to represent record where country is equal to Mexico, where country is equal to Sweden. So in that manner we are supposed to operate this query. Now coming to the main query, have a look at the same. Select star from customer where country is equal to Mexico. Now deal with this table. 2 entries will be there. 2 entries will be presented to you. Instead of 5 entries, 2 entries will be presented to you. Next is text field versus numeric fields. Text, as a name implies, it could be the sequence of characters. Numeric could be the sequence of numbers. Now SQL requires single quotations around the text values. Again, notify the condition, whatever I am saying. SQL requires single quotations around text values. Most database system will also allow double quotations. However, numeric fields should not be enclosed in quotation marks. I have not seen any numeric quotations or fields that are enclosed in quotation marks. So let's say we are having example. Select star from customer where customer ID is equal to 1. So it will be representing record where customer ID is equal to 1. Now there are certain operators that we could use in where clause, that is equal to, greater than, as, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, between a certain range. Like we are supposed to search for a particular pattern in to specify multiple possible values for a column. So I will show you the examples of one or two operators. Rest you can do it at your own. Like now, here we are dealing with is equal to operator. Select star from, there could be a table name who is having name products where price, where in product table there is a certain column that is mentioned price. So we are supposed to select star mean to say all values could product table where price attribute is 18, mean to say where price is equal to 18 we are supposed to select that values from a product table. So all the values that are related to that are satisfying this condition will be displayed. Now have a look at the example. Just wait, I'm going to show you the example here. How could that work? Uh, See this. Number of records are 4, where price is equal to 18, and number of records are 4. So we are dealing with the product table here. Product ID is there, product name is there, supplier ID, category ID, unit, price. So we are dealing with the condition price 18. So 4 records are there. We are having price 18. Next is we are supposed to deal with greater than operator. Nothing else. Where it is equal to operator, price greater than 18 or price greater than 30, price greater than 80, price greater than 90. This could be the case. Let's say we are having a query. Now, have a look at the query. Price is greater than 30, price is greater than 40, price is greater than 50. So that would be the case. So what would be the output? We will be representing with the tuples who are having value that is greater than 30. Price is having greater than 30 value. So next is we are supposed to deal with and or not. As I told you earlier, and or not operator. Like the where clause, we are supposed to use basically the where clause here. So it could be combined with and or not. I told you earlier about the same. Now we are supposed to have a look at the operation. So the where clause can be combined with and or not operators. And or operators are used to filter records based on more than one condition. Operator display the record if all the conditions are separated by and are true, and or operator display a record if any of the conditions separated by a or are true. So not operator display a record if the condition is not true. As a name implies, not true. So there is the syntax that is dealing with the and operator. Just have a look at the same. Select column number 1, column number 2 from table name. It could be product, product ID, product name, product ID from product table where condition 1 and condition 2 and condition 3 are true. So there are certain conditions that could be there where customer ID is equal to this and customer name is equal to this and customer city is equal to this. If these three conditions are fulfilled, then record will be displayed, otherwise it will not be displayed. So let's have a look at the query, or you can have a look at the or symbol syntax as well. Same is the case, just we are supposed to use or instead of and. So select column number 1, column number 2 from table name where condition number 1 or condition number 2 or condition number 3, either of them is true. Then we are proceeding with the result. And in addition, we are supposed to deal with the not syntax. So select column number 1, column number 2 from table name where not condition, mean to say the condition is not true. So we are supposed to deal with the queries here. Next, we are supposed to have a look at the first example of the and. Select star from customer where country is equal to Germany and city is equal to Berlin. Then have a look at the table if their condition is there. Germany, country, Germany and city Berlin. Just wait. Country, Germany and city Berlin. Yes, this record will be displayed, first record. Country, Germany and city Berlin. So this record will be displayed because it is satisfying my first, both conditions are satisfying everything that is related to tuple number 1 or record number 1. So in this manner, this will be displayed. So same is the case with or, same is the case with note. So next we are supposed to deal with the order by clause. Now what is basically order by clause? As the name implies, order by, mean to say it is used order, sequel order, mean to say we are supposed to arrange the list in the sorted order. Either it could be ascending order, it could be descending order, it could depend on the requirements. So order by keyword is used to sort the result set in ascending or descending order. So the order by keyword sorts the record in ascending order by default. But if you are supposed to receive the value in the descending order, then you are supposed to mention the same. And you are supposed to use the keyword descending, that is DESC. So there is the order by clause symbol syntax. So this is the syntax for the same. Select column number 1, column number 2 from table name. It could be any table name that could be there. Order by column number 1, column number 2 could be arranged in, or its values could be arranged in ascending order, or it could be in the descending order, or I have to choose any one of them. So how could we are supposed to represent, or I can say operate the same query? That is, just have a wait. Select star from customers, order by country. So order by country mean to say country which is having name that is starting from the letter A, it could be represented 1, B, then second, C, then third, D, then fourth. Or it could be the case that A name is having 4 countries. So 4 countries will be displayed first according to the alphabetical order, like A, B, then A, B, C, then A, B, C, D. So in that manner, it will be displayed. Is the example of the descending order because it will represent country by ascending order because it is by default setting. But if we are supposed to represent the country in the descending order, then we have to use the descent keyword. I can show you the example here, how descending keyword works. Just let me show you the example. So descending mean to say starting from the Z side. Instead of starting from the A alphabet, we are supposed to start from the below letters. That is V. The countries whose name started with the V, there could be the last letter that they might have encountered or database might have encountered. So it is the record that is starting from V, then U. Then there could be more entries that could be there. It is ordered by several columns. Now, order by several columns mean to say the SQL statement selects all the customers from the customer table sorted by the country and the customer name column. This means that it orders by country, but if some rows have the same country, it orders them by customer name. So have a look at the syntax. If two countries are same, then it could represent by the customer name, or it could sort by customer name. I can show you the example just how to operate the same, or what would be the output. Just have a look at the same. Because there are 91 records, I can show you some like this one. Just have a look at the practical aspects of the detail. If two countries have same name, then it is classifying them on the behalf of the customer name. Next is insert into. That is, we are supposed to use insert into statement. Insert into, that is to insert new records into a table. So it is possible to write insert into statements in two ways. Specify both the column names and the values to be inserted. For example, the first rule is we are specifying customer customer name and values that we are supposed to insert in that column. Like I have specified customer table, okay, and in that customer table, like customer ID is there. I am giving you just first column representation. customer ID is having value number 1, that is 1, or I can say 1, 2, 3, that is uniquely identified. So that could be there. Column 2, let's say it is name. So it is having Ram. Column 3, country, it is Berlin. So in that manner, I am supposed to insert values into the particular column. So there is a second method that could be used. If you are adding values for all the columns of the table, then you do not need to specify the column names in the SQL query. However, make sure the order of the values is in the same order as the columns in the table. So insert into syntax could be having the another form, that is we are supposed to insert the values in the order of the column. So that is why in that manner we are not supposed to specify the column name. Simple. Have a look at the example. Insert into customers what? Customer name, column, attribute, contact name, address, 3, 4, city, 5th postal code, and 6th country. Values could be cardinal. This could be the name. This could be the address. This could be the city. This could be the postal code, and this could be the country. So we are supposed to represent the same. So what would be the result? We are supposed to have a look at the same after running the same. So let's say we are dealing with the example here. It could be having the answer like customers. It could be the table. It is having customer name, and second is contact name. Third is address. Fourth is city. Fifth is postal code. Sixth is country. Now we are supposed to put here values. Cardinal name is Tom. City is Station 21. Postal code is 4006. Country is Norway. In this manner, we are supposed to deal. You can mark this as the column here. This will be the result for the same. Next is null values. Now, what is basically a null? Null, as the name implies, empty value. It is a field that is having no value. So, a field with a null value is a field with no value. If a field in the table is optional, then it is possible to insert a new record or update a record without adding a value to the field. Then the field will be saved with the null value. So a null value is different from a zero value or a field that contains spaces, because a field with a null value is one that has been left blank during record creation. It is left blank during record creation. So it is different from the zero value. Now we are supposed to deal with how to test for the null values. It is not possible to test for the null values with comparison operators like such as, equal to, less than, or greater than, equal to, not equal to. So we will have to use is null or is not null operators instead. Is null or is not of null operators. So is null syntax and is not null syntax. If the column name is null, if the column name is not null. So have a look at the syntax. is null, and second is if the column name is not null. So this will be the syntax for both the queries. Is null and is not null. Select column names from table name where column name is null, and column names from table name where column name is not null. So that will be representing the values that is having the null, and it will be representing the values that is no. So there is a query that is associated with is null operator. Have a look at the same. Select customer name, contact name, address from customer table where address is null. So where address is not mentioned, we will be representing that value as an answer. Next is not null operator. It is used to test for the non-empty values. Same is the case here, but we are supposed to use that select customer name, contact name, address from customers where address is not null. So where address is not null, those entries will be displayed. That is, it is running its opposite. So we will be presenting with values that in which address is not null. It is not empty. Next is update statement. So the update statement is used to modify the existing records in the table, and we are supposed to deal with the same. There is a syntax that is given for the same. Have a look at the syntax here for update statement. Update table name. Update table name. Set column number 1 is equal to value number 1. Column number 2 mean to say I am supposed to update the table name where column number 1 value, whatever the value initially it was written, we are supposed to replace that value with the value that we are going to mention here. Similarly, column number 2 value would be there where particular condition is this, means to say where country is equal to Berlin, where particular condition, whatever the case would be, there we are supposed to update the values in the database. Now let's have a look at the example. Update customers. Set contact name is equal to Frankfurt. Customer ID is equal to 1. So we are supposed to update that tuple where these three, where two conditions are there, like contact name, we are supposed to set to this, city set to this, where whose customer ID is 1. So this is my condition. So this was all about today's lecture. We have discussed a lot about SQL commands. Like first of all, we have discussed about introduction to SQL, then select command, select distinct command, where clause and or not, order by, insert into, null values, and last is update command have been discussed. So these are all queries that are related to MySQL. So we will discuss remaining queries in the next class. This is all about today's class. If you are having any query, you can ask me any question. I am giving you a time of 1 minute. So this is the reference that is given. It is the link that is given, and it is a book that is given. It is a book by Coase. It is available in the college library. Get it issued from the library and have a look at the same. So there is a today's quiz that is given. 10 questions are given, and each question is having 4 choices, and you are supposed to select any one answer. So just take a snapshot of all the questions, and you are supposed to submit me the answers at the end. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is the 10th question. So this was all about my today's class. If you are having any queries, you can ask me any question. So this was all about today's class. Uh, Thank you. Have a nice day.